that should be enough time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to what is going to be a Halloween edition of the stream. I'm just checking to make sure I have put it all. Okay, I've put this everywhere. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. All right. I have posted this every place I need to on Discord. I can exit from here. I did something smart for once. And hold on, let me open up the chat. There it is. Let me open up the stats. Not that they matter. There they are. Just to make sure there's nothing crazy going on. Looks good. All right. I pre-populated my other things, so I can just instantly post everything. Excellent. And so I am done with posting within about 30 seconds. Bang, bang, done. Okay, I have officially posted everything, so I don't need that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and move my keyboard over here. Excellent. And I'm going to get my wrist rest set up here. Not wrist rest, but my little, whatever I call this thing that I platform my iPad on. Yeah, okay. All right. So, let's go ahead and, I'll give it a minute. I'll get a drink of water. So, yeah, I'm going back and forth on which of these two images I want to do. They both have potential. Interesting. Man, I don't know. I'm going back and forth, honestly. You can't see them yet, but I basically took, and I'll explain this when I do it, but I have two images, because I thought I'll do a Halloween edition. We'll take a break from Shodan for a night, and we'll do something a little different. So I'm just trying to figure out which of these two, because I think they both have a lot of potential. I just don't know which one I want to do. I mean, they're both good. They're just both different. And not one is not better than the other by any stretch. It's just a matter of preference. So I'm going to give this about another minute, because I need to clean my glasses anyway. I must have touched them with my finger. There's a nice big smudge on them. Man, my right eye is really weird tonight. It's like, it doesn't hurt, but it's kind of, I don't know. Sometimes when I work in front of a screen for too long, or I'm doing certain things, one of my eyes tend to bother me. So I think it's just one of those things. I'll be all right. Nothing serious. Nothing I got to worry about. Or it could just be my contact was irritating me. I took my contacts out about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. Sometimes my contacts do that. So what is? Oh, that's interesting. They changed the icon. All right, let's go. Let's get going here. So we'll go ahead and start this up. I don't think anybody's actually how do I don't remember the little viewing thing. Stream information? Or is it? Oh, no, it's probably Twitch stats. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let's turn that off. Oh, I just realized that my thing isn't there. Hold on. I forgot I have to do this every time, which is not a big deal, but I basically have to refresh the capture. And let's see, is it there now? Nope. What's going on here? Why don't we have our reflector going? I know it's connected. Why am I not seeing it? Wait, actually, I should double check that. Is it connected? Let's verify. Oh yeah, it shows it. So I probably just have to. Sometimes you have to switch it and switch it back. There it is. All right, perfect. So let's turn this off, and there we have it. So the two options for my zombie image, because that's what it's going to be, are this one, which is a screaming zombie with a big hairdo, or this kind of sideways, like side look zombie. Now, obviously, so what I've done, just so you have an idea here, so I can show you, is I basically I have a 3D poser tool, and I kind of tried to get a rough skull shape that lined up with the reference images I was taking. So you see this is the rough outline of the face. And then I did a bone structure that was similar and tried to line it up. I mean, it's not a one-to-one, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. This is not something where it has to be lined right up. Same thing on this one, where I found a photo, and here's the skull screaming, more or less. And then this is the actual image of the person. The teeth lined up, so I just left it. I didn't put teeth in there, but it would be the same teeth either way. So I just don't know which one I want to do. I like them both for different reasons. This one is more like kind of striking and, action-y. But I also like this one. This one might have more potential for the parts. You know what? We're going to go with... I'm going back and forth in my head. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? I don't know which one I want to... Nobody's on the stream, so I can't even put it to a vote of any kind. I don't know which one I want to do. Let's do... You know what? Let's do this one. Let's do this one. All right, we're going to go with this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a, basically a filler. So fill. That's just to damp those lines down. I could just do their opacity, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so, oh, somebody showed up. Okay, whoever the viewer is, I will give you the chance, and I won't wait too long. I won't put you on the spot if you don't want to answer. But basically, I'm looking at doing one of two zombie images. This is the first one, which is kind of a straightforward screaming zombie. And then the other one is this one, which is kind of a side one. I'm split between them. I have ideas for both of them. I really don't care. So if you have a preference, we'll call this number 2. And we'll call this one number 1. So is either of these more preferable to you as the viewer? If you don't care, that's fine. I'm going to wait 30 seconds. I'll flip between them a couple times. So again, this is number 1. And this one's number 2. So again, number 2, number 1. And I think if this is a real viewer, you didn't show up when I had said basically that I had done a skull study and then a face for each of these. So for each of these, I basically tried to line up a skull with it, because I'm going to basically make them partially decompose. That's the idea, is I'll be pulling some of the flesh off them. Number 2. Okay, so this one. All right. Okay, so then let's create a fill layer. Ghost that a bit. All right, so let's see. So what we're going to do is, what I want to figure out is what parts that I want to be missing. So I'm going to pull the skull out. And let's see which parts I want to rip off. I mean, it's sort of the obvious part would be one of the eyes. Have one of the eyes missing or something like that. Also, something with the hair. I have a feeling I should have a big part of the hair missing. Where's did I put the skull outline? No. Well, I mean, I can kind of figure that out. Let me see. So the skull outline, let me go back to the bone one for a minute. There we go. So the skull outline would kind of continue this way, more or less coming around. That should be right. Let's see. Or, it should be close enough. Yeah, that's roughly the right one. That's roughly right. So if we turn the bone back off, or no, leave the bones on. So where would I want to remove? If the hair were to come down, and we assume that something happened, so we're going to basically tear the hair off on this side. So this will be exposed. So I'm roughing this in. So this hair will stay, and we'll just do something like that, because that's how it should be, is this should be coming up. So this hair is fine, so we'll leave that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is I want to have part of it missing. So we're going to leave this hairline here, but this over here we'll get rid of. So what I'm going to do is, on the skin layer, where's the hair specifically? There it is. There's some of it. Let's go ahead and do a masking layer, and we'll give me the paint. There we go. We'll paint this out so that the hair is missing. It, here is all missing. There might be some in the back, but we could do that later. That's not a very big paintbrush. There we go. Much better. Just brush that out. Brush that all out, because that won't. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna tear the whole side off. I think that's just what I'm going to do. And that's the outside hair, so let's go ahead and mask that as well. We're going to paint all this out, including all that, and this little bit here, and there we go. So that's what it's going to look like. All right, so back to this. Back to the sketch here. And let's think about this. I will probably... Do I want to have the... Well, let's just start with this part. Okay, so up here. Let's see here. So if we have it here where there's going to be parts of this are going to be missing. So we'll just go ahead and have some big missing pieces here. There'll be some of the skin coming off and going around. And I'll probably, well, I guess some of the ear should be missing. Why not? We'll make it like the ear has kind of been eaten as well. So there's the ear, what's left of it. All right, so we'll have some of this, and that would probably tug in here. And that could even go behind the ear, so you see the exposed part. That would work. And then probably do some cracks in here. So this would be now, honestly, I haven't seen a lot of images of broken, like cracked bone like this, because I don't look at images of cracked skulls very often, so I don't know that this is exactly how it would look. But we'll just kind of improvise a little bit here and not worry about that too much. I mean, it's not going to really matter. It's not like I'm drawing something photorealistic anyway. So we'll just do this, and we'll have this where it kind of fractures off. Right, and that would come out. Okay. So this would shoot down. I mean, they probably would break pretty harshly in terms of where the lines would be. I wouldn't imagine there's going to be much roundness in it. You know, this could spider off to other spots. And then we would have some brain left, but not very much. So let's go ahead and create a second thing here. And we'll have some chewed soft brain. It's missing. Right, so we'll just do some foldiness. Indicate we've got some brain matter here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. So that's what actually will be left. So is that, so we can go ahead and just get rid of this. Don't need to keep that. So that's what's going to be there. And then let's see. So this is all basically skin that's peeled off. That's the skull. Now for the rest of the face, you can almost do like a half and half face on this, or maybe not quite. Let's turn off the bone for a minute and let's see where we want our seams to be. You know what? I'm going to, this eye is on well, her right to our left. That eye is going to be missing. This one we're going to leave intact on this side, because I want to have like a shadowed eyeball back there. So actually we could do that. So this, if that's the eye, let's go ahead and just make a circle. I mean, that's probably not the right size at all, but we'll just start with that. Yeah, that looks like it's maybe a little big. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Did I include something? What is it? Oh, I see what it's, hold on, let me just erase that out. I missed some, hold on. There we go. Oh wait, okay, let's just erase. There must be some line I touched somewhere. How is it still there? What is it saying? Ah, oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. Nope, still there. All right, let's max. Oh, it's because I'm on the paintbrush. Dope. There we go. There we go. Yep, that did it. Okay, so eyeball. Probably, I'm going to say that size maybe. Well, no, it would have to be the size of the eye. So if that's about the centered part of the eye, it'll be covered by the skull, but so that eye will be there. So we'll have to cover that in bone socket. That's fine. We'll leave the eye for now. Turn the bones back off. So that eye will be there. Let's think about this. Well, we probably can have some of the nose gone too. Well, No, let's leave the nose. Or maybe not. No, you know what? No, let's tear the nose off. Why not? Let's tear it off. So we'll have the nose. Oh, there we go. We'll have the nose shredded off. Right. And then that will come down. So if that's coming from there, yeah, that's... Okay, so we're going to have this. This will be the part that's on. So this part of the face will stay on. That's all going to be torn off. Right, so we'll have more ripped skin, but we're going to leave the hair on this side because I kind of like the idea of the hair still being there. The rest of that will be bone. Oh, I guess we can have a little bit of the cheekbone exposed over here as well. So let's go ahead and have it where this is kind of missing in general. Just to expose a little bit of bone. We'll have some of this skin hanging off as a flap. There we are. Yeah, something like that. Right. So, okay, let's see here. Take the bone off. So there's some big chunks of the face that are going to be missing. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's see, where's the bone at? Let's see. So, yeah, I want to leave the eyebrow, though. I don't want to take the eyebrow out. You know what? Let's put a... Why not? Let's make a big chunk hole missing here. Not for any real reason, except I want to put it there. More missing skin will be coming off of there. Right? And, I think we'll just leave it as bone underneath there. I think I'll just leave that. I may put a puncture and go through the brain. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on that one. Okay. So, and you know, just to have a little bit of the chin bone sticking out, we can do a little bit of a gash missing here where we can have this. Okay, and then we can just have the exposed bone underneath that. That's kind of a simple one. That's all right. Yeah, just something like that. Okay, so now let's switch over to the bone. So on this, that whole part of the face is going to be missing. So we will need the bone sticking out of here, including with the teeth. So we're going to do that. That's about the only bad part is... You know what? I'm okay with that. I was going to say, I'm not going to get to draw the teeth, but you know what? I'll draw the teeth on the other one. So that's okay. So we've got that. Now we've got... Where's the eye? So we got to have the socket. You know, you don't see the whole eyeball. So we'll go ahead and do the socket here. Right, so there's the eye socket. That's lined up there. And then where is... Okay, so if that's the bone... Yep. So then we gotta have this line. No. Just one... Oh, I see what it's doing. That's my fault. Where did I put the bone layer? There it is. That was why I had it selected more layers than what I needed. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? If that's the nose is missing... you get a little bit of the teeth, but not much. Just a little bit. That's okay. All right, let me turn the face off, because now I need the socket here. So we'll do the socket coming down like this, and that goes up here and here. And this is inside, and we'll do this coming in and this going over. Yep, okay. So then for the eye, what I need to do is let's see if this looks right. Okay, so we'll erase this out because I can always redo that anyway. Let's turn the skin back off. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, so now I got to redraw the inner eyes, the actual, the iris, whatever. So let's go ahead and switch back to our pencil. And we'll just do a nice circle here. I mean, that's not a nice circle, but luckily it will make it into a nice circle for me. Let's bring it just a touch. There we go. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. And we'll bring this in. We'll bring this in. And that's the inner part of the eye right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to redraw over that just to thicken the line a bit. But that way it's centered. So we do this. And we do a circle. And then we do just bring that circle in. There we are. We can get rid of that. So now we have that part. Okay, let's go ahead and erase that out. There we are. Let's get a quick look at that. Turn the skin off. Yes, yes, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, I'm not going to finish this whole thing tonight, but I'm already getting through a lot of it, which is good. Geez, you know what I just thought of? Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's have a broken bit of jawbone coming off. So here we go. So this is if it just shattered. Yeah, that's it. That's what we want. And then, we'll have more broken bits coming off of this. But that's the shattered jawbone. We don't even have the other piece. Yeah, you know what? It's looking better than I thought. I appreciate that, but I thought I was gonna be struggling more with this. But it is not looking terrible. Yeah. Oh, I gotta trace over the skin. I forgot because I have to trace over the parts that are staying. So, okay. So there's the face. So yeah, I mean, we'll have a pretty good, rough sketch by the end of this, I think. So let's do the lips here. Okay. All right. Oop, I missed that line. Hold on a minute. Let's get this right. Okay, we'll have this coming down. Right. Let's get this in here. So we'll go ahead and that would stretch. So we'll do this. Have that coming like that. Okay. Follow this up. And we'll go up to the ear right here. Okay. I didn't really do much definition on the ear, as you can see, which is, not a huge deal. What I'll probably do is this will come off. And then this can come in like that. So I'll just make it up. I mean, ears are pretty, I can always fix that later, so I'm not too worried about the ear. All right, let's get the eye done. Let's do that. And I will just have it there. Do some kind of dark lining here for the eye. And, eyelashes. Might as well just fill this stuff in while I'm doing this. Okay, let's get an eyeball in here. This eye, which I can now see is not centered. You can see that. That other circle is not centered. We'll fix that. Circle that. Oop. Ah! Oh, I didn't circle it. Hold on. Okay. Circle. There we are. Get that circle lined up. I had the sizing pretty good. Okay, so now let's do a duplicate, and we'll bring this one in, and we'll bring this in. I don't know how I screwed that up, but I really did. That is not centered to the eye at all. And it really should be. Come on. No, come on, center it. There we go. All right, let's do one over that. Well, that also was a rough sketch. That wasn't even, I mean, this is a rough sketch. That was even rougher. Okay. Let's do a circle on that. That's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of the underlying one. There we go. Let's erase what we don't need. And get rid of this. Okay, that looks good. It's centered, which is always nice. Merge that down. That's our eye. Okay, which is this? That's that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the eyebrow on this, which the model I used had a very thin eyebrow, which is fine. Do that. The other side does not have an eyebrow because there's no skin left. So we do need, though, what I do need is some bone definition. Turn the bone back on. Actually, I guess okay, the bone doesn't really have that, so I didn't really outline that. That's okay, though. What I can basically do is I'll have a little bit of bone outline like that, just to frame the eye socket properly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now, let me take a look. Let me turn the skin off. Geez, most of it's there. Well, yeah, because I peeled a lot of her face off. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Say it so casually. I peeled most of her skin off. Therefore, there's not that much more I gotta draw. Okay, so now let's do the hair. And, you know, we'll just do basic outlines of it. We're not gonna go too crazy, but I'll just make sure the hair is flowing in the correct direction. There we are. Again, this is not final by any means. This is just, I'll probably do a couple of iterations on this, but I'm happy with it. I'm not happy with that. Hold on, let me get rid of that. That line didn't look good. I found a couple of reference models that I knew I wanted the one with the screaming woman, the other one, and that was pretty easy to find. But then trying to find one where there was still the trick is to find, well, the trick was, for me anyway, I was trying to find something that looked a little bit sinister but wasn't just, you know, obviously evil or whatever. And that's where I was kind of looking for the, I don't remember when I searched. Oh, I think the search term I used was woman looking down. Yeah, I think it was just woman looking down because I wanted to angle it somewhat. And I found this, well, there's several images, but I found this one. This one looked like it was a good one for it, so I was like, all right, I'll use this one. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, there's no what do you call it there? So this can go right up, because yeah, the hair doesn't exist. There's no hair there. I mean, it's bone back there. So basically, I can do something like this. I'll erase that part that overlaps, but the hair will go right through it because there's no face there anymore. Face is gone. So we'll just peel that off so that goes through. Okay, and then that hair's fine. Okay, so let's, I gotta do that part. Let me do one more layer here. It's itching me. Okay. All right. Oh no, I thought it disappeared, but I saw it. Okay, I thought the thing crapped out. It did not. Looked like it for a minute, but then I realized, no, it's just because I made it really small. Okay. So these will all kind of curve. I'll make these way better when I do the final one. And then this will come up, and all of that goes that way. And this comes in. And let's see, that goes up. Oh yeah, because this went like this. And basically, that's where the hair is now. I hope so. I hope it's going to look creepy. That's the goal. We'll see. I mean, you can't... Okay, so that's what it basically will look like, more or less. What am I looking at there? Oh, I see what I did. There was a line I got to get rid of. I'm like, it doesn't look right. There's a little line I just have to squeak out, which... Oh, no, that's the teeth. All right, so no, that looks right. That's correct then. The hair... Where's that hair bit? Let me see. That's not that. It is... right there. Okay, so let's just very carefully get rid of that. Okay, so that takes care of that. That's the jawbone is going behind. Okay, got the eyeball. That's the skin being ripped off. That's the hair. Yeah, so that's basically where I want it as far as, okay, that's all torn off. Let me do a little bit more of the hair elements just so they're in there. So I don't have to worry about doing them later. So we'll do something like this. I mean, these are just placeholder kind of shapes for where I want the dark spots of the hair to be. Yeah, so this is all coming off of here. So let's do this. I didn't do this before, but I'm going to do it now. Something like that. And then we'll have this come off. Yeah, these come off of here. Oh, God, not like that. That's a terrible arc. There we are. I mean, even though this is a sketch, I really don't need to worry that much about it, because this is still going to get refined one more time. Not by much, though. I mean, it's pretty much where I want it for the most part, but yeah, it's going to need a little bit of refinement. Okay, so now if I turn Skin off. Yep, that looks okay. Did I put? Let me look at that. Yeah, so there is that bone element. Where is this? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Right there. Okay, let's go ahead and just let's trace. Not trace. Let's. Well, I mean, it's kind of tracing. I shouldn't say it that way. It is tracing. It's tracing over my own stuff. Okay, so that'll go behind the eye. Okay. Yep, that's good. So let's turn that back off. Yeah, because I'll make the eye socket will be very dark. Yep, okay, that's... Where's that skin part? Is that this? This is. Yep. Let's go ahead and just do that so that the skin goes. Okay. Now, where was the bones for that again? Let me take a look at something. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, screw it. Let's just make the let's go ahead and oh wait, wrong one. Let's just make the bones out on here too, because I think that's gonna look good. So we'll just put this line here. We'll have the bone come into there and kind of go out. And then the jawbone here can be fine, so we can do that. Accent line there, and then that will follow. We wouldn't see the jaw there, so that's fine. That will be dark in there. Okay, let's turn this back off. Now that part's all fine. Turn the bone back off. Okay, so there's the background of that. Okay, let me just look at the bones again. Let's do let's just do this here. Let's just see that. Yep, okay. Yeah, because then that lines up with this. Okay. Now that looks good. That looks, I think, the way I'm going to want it to look. More or less. Again, there's still little stuff to do, but the basics of it are there. That's just for the actual skin part. Put a little thing there. This is just to have the actual lines of the face look proper. So turn the bone back off. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Whoop. Back off. There we go. Where's that line from? Hold on. Accidentally hit something there. Check which one. There it is. Whoop. Gone. Okay, so then, oh yeah. So let me put some shadow lines in just so that I have them later. So basically we'll do something like this. That shadow will go up there. And then we'll have something coming down like this. Then that would probably also come there. That's all going to be dark in there. Let's do a shadow line like this. This will come down, go up there. So let's X that, X that, and X that, just so I can see it. We'll have some shadows coming in from here. It'll just look weird. This will be actual shadow on the face. Coming up there. Line this up, come over here. Okay. We should go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we can do something right there. I'll just lock it roughly in for now. There we go. Hey, New Gamer 385, how you doing, buddy? How are you? Hello and welcome. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did Organic Solvent leave? It only shows one viewer. I can't make heads or tails of these stats. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm doing well. I'm getting this little sketch done here. So I'm pleased with how it's going. So that's a plus, because I really didn't know what this was going to look like when I started it. I had no idea where it was going to end up. So far, yeah, okay. I assume that. It's just weird. It just shows one viewer. So I don't know. I've given up trying to figure these stats things out. Fine. It's fine if you had left. I mean, I know people, can't hang around for all the time sometimes. So that's fine. I was just like, okay, is the stat right or wrong? And apparently it's just wrong. What a surprise. that these stats things don't work. It's a good thing I don't really care. It's more of I'm just kind of curious how this thing does or doesn't work sometimes. It doesn't matter. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and fill this one in. Now, the other eye, I don't know what I'm going to do with the other eye yet, but let's go ahead and get this one kind of just do something like that, just to get some basics in. So it looks like, okay, the other one I might just leave white or yellow or something. Okay, so the shadow lines are done there. Hold on, where are my shadow lines? These. Let's go ahead and have this come up. X, X, X. This will round off. X, X, X. Okay. Let's do. Okay, just check that. Yep, that's that. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. I say man in the general sense. I don't know if, in fact, I'm just saying man in general. So, welcome, however you identify. I'm so used to just saying man and guys and everything else, and I don't want to do that incorrectly, because I know I'm just so used to the way that I talk. But I understand why now it's like, okay, no, you have to tailor what you're saying, because it makes assumptions, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said, it's just a reflex action. Oh, there's a line there. Let me see here. So don't take that the wrong way. All right, there we go. Because honestly, I accept people however they are. Any way they want to be. Doesn't matter to me as long as they're happy. Does not make a difference. Okay. Okay, that'll go there. Yeah, no, and most people aren't. I mean, that's why when people get all huffy and puffy, why should I have no pronouns? Like, you know what? Most people don't actually get upset because they understand the difference between somebody who is making a mistake, not doing it intentionally, and somebody who's just trying to be mean about it. There's a difference, and it just drives me crazy because it's not a big deal to just make the basic effort, and people just go crazy about it. And it's like, you know, it's not that big a deal, everybody. It really isn't. It's just not to be able to accommodate people. Why is that so difficult for people? I don't get it. Well, like I said, I also know that I'm just, you know, I'm not young, so I've talked the same way for so long, and so I say things on kind of reflex, and so I just like to make sure I get stuff right, because I try to be supportive of people. People have been very supportive of me, not with anything like that, but with other things. So it's certainly not like I can't make a minimum effort to support other people in trying to live their life the happiest that they can. That's how I look at it. Like I said, I don't know why so many people get wound up about that stuff. It's not that big a deal. It's just not. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it's, like I said, I try to correct myself when I say certain things. And people are like, "Oh, you're censoring yourself." No, I'm not. just you know, updating what I'm saying. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I don't want to get on a soapbox about it. I just don't. I've never understood why it's that big a deal to me. Especially because I have found that many of the communities that have been supportive of my work are very varied, and it's not a big deal to me to be like, okay, you know, I can meet you halfway. That's no problem. Okay, so that all looks good. All right, let's see. Okay, so we'll have this kind of just come off like this. This is in pretty good shape. Oh, let me turn the skin off. Bone's already off, so I think, okay, so that's basically it. As far as the lines themselves, let me just, since I'm in here, let me just put the shading in, because it won't really hurt to just kind of sketch it in, just to make sure it doesn't look strange. There we go. Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah, it would be good if they added something like that. It would actually be I think, beneficial. Like I said, the same people are just going to get upset about it that always do. But for people who actually want to try to say the right thing, it would be helpful because, not that it would stop me from saying things like, hey guys, because I'm used to saying that. That's my whole life. I've said things like that. I've modified that. I've actually gotten pretty good about it on my podcast. Now I say gang, which I actually like the word gang. I think it's a fun word, So I've managed to modify it there, but especially when I'm drawing, I'm not really thinking as much. That sounds really stupid. It makes me sound like a real idiot. Well, I mean, I am an idiot, but I'm not paying attention as much to things like that because I'm kind of in the middle of most of my concentration is I'm not making a terrible line. So unfortunately, my reflex words, which I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I'm going to use that phrase. None of my reflex words are really terrible. So fortunately, I've never been a very hateful person in my entire life. So it's easy for me not to say the wrong thing, even if I'm not concentrating. But like I said, I know that I kind of revert to certain phrases and words that, like I said, I think most people understand the difference. They can tell when you're saying something because you're used to saying it as opposed to saying it to be a mean person. So I try not to do that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a pronoun plugin of some kind that would let people, and I know they have them for other things. They definitely exist, so it's not something that should be that difficult for Twitch to implement. Honestly, some of these things just seem so easy. It's strange to me that more places don't have them in place already. But, this will probably have to be like, this will be a lighter relatively, but I'll do this will be really dark. And then the other stuff will be kind of a lighter. I mean, it'll still be dark, but it'll be more like a deep gray as opposed to this pitch black necessarily. I think this could all get modified. We'll see if that stays the same. So I'll just put this in here. What time is it? Oh, probably got about 10-15 minutes left. I'll be streaming for. My right eye is like hot, like not burning, but I think it's just from my contacts. Sometimes that happens. Not a big deal. It's one of the things you get used to it with contacts. Certain things with your eyes just tend to be like you get styes on your eyelids more often, that type of thing. I don't mind it though. Our D&D map has me pulled. I don't know how you guys do that. See, just did it right without even thinking about it. Right there. Yeah, D&D map. I have seen people work on that stuff. Running a D&D game, I don't think most people have an appreciation of how difficult that is. I have seen people doing it, and I do not have the mind for it. I can just tell you right now. Like I could play D&D as a player. I could not run a D&D game as, I assume the term is still Dungeon Master, but I don't know if that's been changed. That's what they used to call them. So I think it's still called Dungeon Master, isn't it? Or is it something like Game Architect, Fantasy Architect, Mission Architect's not a bad word. That would actually be good as a replacement. Because I know Master is one of those words that's kind of falling out of favor too. So I don't know if they've changed that for D. Oh, there's a shadow. DM, Dungeon Master. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it is. No, I'm sure it is. I just know that for me, I think the enjoyment of playing would be more in actually doing the game as opposed to running it. Okay, so let's see. So that's going to be... So we're going to do... If the skin is hanging over, I have to think about this a little bit logically. Not that I'm trying to be too realistic, but there will probably be a little bit of a shadow line here where the skin is kind of off the skull. So we would kind of do something here just to indicate that there's a difference in the... I guess topography is the word for it. That I can actually put some... In the background, this will be like shadowy brain to show that there's like a hole. So we'll have a missing, some space here with some blackness for brains. Yeah, there we go. Usually requires skill level and backup plans. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Is for me the improvisation is. I think for as far as D&D, the appeal for me would be to try to, just like in video games, one of the things I like to do is try to break the rules of the game. You know, try to get around things, do things the game doesn't want you to do, and that would be the same thing as. It would be the same for D&D. Is okay. What can I do to try to trip up the dungeon master? You know, which I don't know. Maybe I assume dungeon masters anticipate that and know that's going to happen. I don't know if it's a very annoying thing for a dungeon master to deal with, but that's what I'd be doing. I'd be trying to figure out where the seams of the campaign are. You know, what big threat. Sometimes character. Yeah. Well, that's what it always sounded like. That's what I mean. Is I like that. I would want to be on the other side of it. I would want to be the player trying to figure out the way around what the dungeon master has architected. That to me sounds like the fun bit. Let me just click. Just click something. No, okay. Whatever I did, it didn't seem to matter. It's still there. Okay, just checking. I tapped something and it looked like the screen changed, but I don't think it actually did. All right, so I'm just redoing the skin here to darken it, soften the edges a little bit, make it look a little bit more organic and ripped. Yeah, because I went through really fast the first time on that. Alright, so a little bit of that. That will go behind, so this is okay for the most part. And since that's ripped down there, I think I'm just going to do something like that. Alright, let me go to that other layer and erase it, so I can see what that looks. No, that's not an eraser. That is not an eraser there, pal. All right, there we go. Okay. That's bone. Don't erase the bone. Just leave the bone where it is. Just get rid of the less organic skin parts. There we go. Okay. That's bone, so we'll leave that. This. Okay, yeah, see, that's going to look a little bit better. Okay, here we are. That's fine. Get rid of all that. This is what I mean about, this is the part where you kind of refine it down. Okay, so then, back up to the top skin thing here. Have some of the skin pulling, not all of it. I don't want to do too much of this, and you have to have put like a pucker to it, like a lip to that. So yeah, do that. Some of it can pull, like that can be like that in there, and that can come from behind there and kind of seep off. Yeah, all right, that'll work. A little more of a lip here, and then we'll have this coming down. Yeah, that'll be all right. More of that there. I can streak off like that. Oh, this can all just pull, I guess. I don't even know what that looks like, but that's okay. All right, so that's good. Yeah, just put like little folds in it. Something like that. The skin would kind of deform to a degree anyway. Yeah, something like that. Okay, down here. Again, we'll do a little bit of the kind of pulling off of it. Not too much, though. I don't want it to be like the... I mean, if I'm going to have it pulling too much, then there should be something pulling on it, which there isn't. So, at least not that I can see. Not that I can think of. You know what? I just realized, okay, there is one problem with this. Not a problem, it's just, it doesn't make any physical sense. Is this, where is that skin? Where is that piece of skin? That's that. Where's the other part? Not that. Where is this? There it is. This has to be attached. Doesn't make any sense. This part of the face would fall off. So what I need to do is, let's see. let's have this over here. And then that will join back up there. And that gives a reason for this skin to be still attached. All right, now I gotta find that bone part. Okay, so right here, what we're gonna do is take this out, and we'll take that out, and see, now that makes more physical sense. At the handy, well, I mean, it's not. It's based off a reference photo. That's I don't know if you were here when I showed this, so I'll show you. Basically, I mean, it is freehanding to some degree, but I'm making it up. It's just going off the basics of the way the shape is, right? So if I take this and turn this off, so that's where I started from, right? So I got those lined up. This is just a reference photo I had found, and then I used a poser tool for that to do just the basics of it. And then it's really just I traced over it for the basic forms, and that was just kind of. Honestly, a lot of this is just what looks good to me. The physics of this face don't make any sense. They don't. And that's okay. It doesn't have to. It just has to be something that looks to you good. That's all it is. It's not so much that I'm really trying to be accurate with it, which I'm not. It's more of just, okay, does this seem like what I... Oops, no, I don't want that to be a reference. Does it seem like what I want it to be? And as long as it does, then the rest I don't care about. That's honestly one of the, I don't know if there's tricks to this, but it's one of those things where you don't fixate on that stuff. You just do whatever looks good to you. And because honestly, that's what number one, it should look like something you want to look at. If it doesn't, then that's what should matter. Yeah, see, like that's better. Well, yeah, I mean, and for me, it's not I mean, I can do anatomy, like I can draw skulls. But as far as this type of stuff, I just like to do whatever the hell's in my head. That's more appealing to me. It doesn't. There's lots of people who can do realism far better than me. That's not a thing. I'm not as suited to it as weird stuff a lot of times. I admire it. People who can do really good anatomical stuff. I mean, that's amazing. Like I said, I know it's not me. So this is more of the area I like to live in, kind of a mix of things. Might be the best way to say it. Oh, there's some of... No, that's okay. That's wrapping around there, so that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. That looks good. I mean, I'm saying that relatively looks good. It looks how I want it to look. What is this layer? It's 20. Oh, 20, it's that. 60, that's the eye socket. Okay, so this is here. Let's do this. Let me go to this layer. Yeah, that's what I'm always aiming for. I have an idea in my head kind of what I want something to look at. And if the realism serves it, great. If it doesn't, then I'm going to junk it, and I don't care. And again, that's just how I approach it. There are some really amazing people who can do realism, and I'm always mystified by it because it's not someplace I can live very comfortably. But like I said, I also never really aimed for realism. If I'd really wanted to be heavy realism, then I'm sure I could have learned it. But this is kind of more fun for me. Is the, I don't want to say sloppy, but the kind of in-between spaces of this stuff. There, yeah, that looks better to me. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, it's whatever your head's got going at the time too. Doesn't mean I don't dip in and out of styles. Certainly do. There's no bad reason. There's no reason not to do that either. If a different approach fits what you want to get out, then that's what you should do. Period. Style should really serve what the image that you want to achieve is. It shouldn't be about style first. It shouldn't always be one way or another. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Oh, let me do this. I'm going to do just the accent pieces around the skin, and then I think I'm going to be done for this evening, for this particular stream. But this image will keep going because I am... Where did I put those outlines? Should label my layers better. Do I have a Discord? I do, but there's no... Honestly, I never really even run it. I do have one technically, but nobody's ever in it. Mostly because I created it for my podcast account, not for my artwork stuff. So while I do, I'm usually more hanging out in other Discords, to be honest, than I ever am in my own. I don't even know what it's called. It might be called the Ozone Nightmare because that's what the podcast is called. I guess that must be what it's called. This is how bad I am at running it. I barely even... Like I said, I set it up, back when Discord was first taken off. So like, well, everybody's it's kind of like Facebook. You gotta have one. But then I ended up spending... Oh, my thing just crashed. See, that's usually a sign, too. It's like, okay, when it starts crashing, that's the time to bring the stream to an end. But let me bring it back just so that we can get to the little bits left that I got here. All right, hold on a minute. I think that's... Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. I think that brought back. Did it bring it back? I got to do this. 1 second. That. There we are. Okay, done. So yes, I mean, it's still up because I know it's there. But you'll probably find me more in other Discords like the MTG one and stuff like that. By all means, go for it. Okay, well, since this thing is starting to crash, I think this is a good place to bring the stream to a close. That is not bad for a stream's worth of work. That is really not bad. So, yeah, I'm going to keep going with this one because that's looking basically what I want it to look like. That's it. More or less. And the things that changed, I think, are good. So, yeah, we're gonna stick with this for a while and see where it goes. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out the stream. I appreciate it. Oh, sure. No, I like doing this stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see where this one goes. Well, I probably won't do another one before Halloween. I might, but I probably won't. So, if you celebrate Halloween, have a wonderful Halloween. Outside of that, like I said, I'm in the Magic, the MTG Discord. The Ozone Nightmare, I believe, is my Discord's name. It's either Ozone Nightmare or the Ozone Nightmare, but I think it's with the. I'm pretty sure it's with the THE on it. So I am in there. If you want to stop by, I will say hello. I won't ignore you. Like I said, I just don't expect it to be very active because I think there's maybe 5 people in it, or 6 or 9, something like that. Not a high number. Yeah, good stream. Got some new stuff done, and there will be more coming after that. So thank you both for coming by and chatting for a bit. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it is. And for everybody else, whether you're watching it live or watching it later, which is fine either way, go be creative if you can, or at least dip into some creativity, either through a stream or something else. And yeah, we'll see you on the next stream. Until then, take care.